Hello and welcome to the Russell Sage College Dietetic Internship and MSDI info session. I'll be sharing some information with you about both of our programs that we offer. So our program mission and goals is to prepare entry-level registered dietitians who are effective communicators of evidence-based nutrition content in all areas of practice. And we achieve this by our program goals. So our program graduates will be competent in a variety of entry-level positions in the field of dietetics. And two, our program graduates will effectively and efficiently, accurately and effectively communicate evidence-based nutrition content in a variety of settings. We offer a couple of different program routes to kind of capture everyone's needs. So our MSDI traditional program, we offer in full and part-time or an accelerated pathway. We also offer a graduate certificate program, which is referred to as the Dietetic Internship. And we offer that in full and part-time as well. We will go over what those pathways require in just a moment. Please note that all program options include 1,040 hours of supervised practice, and another term for supervised practice that we use is called practicums. So you will take 3 practicum courses that are 6 credits each to obtain your supervised practice. So if you are an individual who has a bachelor's degree and a DPD verification statement, and you're looking around for an MS program as well as a dietetic internship, we are the place for you. So we have the 2 different options, which is the MSDI traditional, which offers a full-time or part-time option, or the MSDI accelerated. By the end of that program, you will have achieved a master's in applied nutrition as well as a DI verification statement, totaling about 42 credits, and you will be eligible to sit for the registration exam. However, if you are an individual who already has a master's degree or is very close to finishing a master's degree and you just need the dietetic internship and a few more credits, our program is also for you. So you would look at the graduate certificate program, which is essentially the dietetic internship. So by the end of that program, you will have achieved 24 graduate credits, and you will be awarded a graduate certificate and a DI verification statement and be eligible to sit for the registration exam. This may be a little bit overwhelming, but I urge you to not really pay attention much to the very specifics on this slide. However, I do just want to point out, so for the MSDI traditional track, as a full-time student, which means you'll be completing 40 hours a week in supervised practice, you can complete this experience within 5 semesters. So you would still start in the fall and you would end in the spring 2 years later, essentially. However, for the part-time experience, you would complete the full experience within 7 semesters. So for full-time, for example, you would start in August of 2024 and you would finish in May of 2026. For the part-time, you would start in August of 2024 and you would finish in December of 2026. The MSDI accelerated option, you would finish the entire MS degree and dietetic internship within 4 semesters. So I urge you that this is a very demanding program. This program option is really for the students who are able to really dedicate pretty much all of their time, all of their effort into school and really spend a lot of time on their assignments and so on and so forth. However, if you are a student who really needs to focus and have a better balance between work and maybe family life and the internship in school, then the MSDI traditional full-time track or part-time track is maybe really what you want to look at. This is really for the individual who can dedicate a substantial amount of time, effort on their schooling alone and get it done within 4 semesters. This is a very demanding, very rigorous program. I would like to mention here too that all of our graduate classes for either program, the traditional track or the accelerated, every single one of these graduate courses that you take is online. So you do not need to come to campus for any of the graduate courses that are a part of your master's degree in applied nutrition. For the graduate certificate program, for those of you who have already finished a master's or who are close to finishing a master's, our program, we offer the Dietetic Internship, which is the graduate certificate. So you would be completing either 40 hours of supervised practice a week or 24 hours of supervised practice per week. We do require our graduate certificate interns to also take 2 graduate courses along with their practicum courses. One is Advanced Medical Nutrition Therapy, and 2 is Nutrition Research, Interpretation, and Communication. If you have already taken these courses as part of your master's degree or something as equivalent to these courses, we can look at the option of waiving them, as we don't want any student to redo any work that they have already completed. So you would begin in the fall semester with your practicum course, which is your supervised practice, and you will take Advanced Medical Nutrition Therapy. And then you also have in the spring semester your second practicum course in Nutrition Research, Interpretation, and Communications course. And then this summer you would wrap up with your last practicum course. So you, for example, would start in August of 2024 and finish in August of 2025. So both of these tracks are finished within 1 year. And you might ask me, okay, how does that happen? How do I finish with 40 hours a week or 24 hours a week? And the key is with supervised practice, if you are in full-time, completing 40 hours a week, you have more breaks in between your semesters. So you have some obligations to the internship, but you are not going to supervise practice for a good chunk between the fall and the spring semester, and then for a shorter amount of time between the spring and the summer semester. However, for the part-time, you would be completing, for example, 3 days a week. So your weeks are spread out a bit more. So you have more time during the weeks as opposed to at the very end of the semester. But you are still able to finish all supervised practice within each semester, completing it part-time, just with a little bit less breaks in between. So on-site and remote. We have 24 spots for on-site interns. And what does on-site mean? That means our DI coordinator secures all of your supervised practice placement sites for you within the capital region or around the surrounding areas. We also have 6 remote spots. And so remote applicants will secure all of their own supervised practice placements for themselves. And it does have to be greater than 100 miles away from the college itself, which is in Troy, New York, to be considered remote per Ascend requirements. So I will say that if you are applying for the MSDI accelerated program option or the DI graduate certificate option, you do have to have all of your supervised practice secured upon application to the program. However, if you are applying to the MSDI traditional track, either the part-time or full-time, you do not have to have those placements secured upon application. However, we will work closely with you to make sure you have everything secured by the semester prior to the start of your internship. And that is because with the traditional track, you have a longer you'll be completing your internship experience a little bit further away time-wise, rather than the accelerated or graduate certificate program that start right in the fall or in the spring semester. So we have a lot of information for remote applicants, specifically on the remote applicant part of our website at Sage. And there is a remote applicant guide, which helps you understand how to get preceptors and what facilities will qualify for each rotation. And it's just a wealth of information. Our rotations are set up and the rotation hours are here. So the acute care, you'll spend 400 total hours. Long-term care and outpatient are each 80 hours. Food service management is 240 hours. The community rotation is 200 hours. And we now have an elective rotation, which you will complete 40 hours in. The elective rotation allows us to provide experience to the interns that maybe we cannot provide in the other specific rotation with the competencies that are required per those rotations. So for example, if you would like some experience in communications and marketing part of nutrition and dietetics, then that would be a great option for the elective rotation. Or maybe sports nutrition you're interested in, but we can't quite get it to fit in the outpatient rotation. So those are some things that we can put into the elective rotation and still provide a really wonderful experience and gear it more towards something that you may be interested in that doesn't necessarily fit within the other rotations. So full-time will complete all of this required hours within 26 weeks. And the part-time within about 44 weeks. So again, you get more time between rotations for a little bit of downtime, which you can use for studying for the RD exam. Maybe you need to work a little bit more during that time, and it allows you to have that time to do so with the full-time option. Compared to the part-time, maybe you need to work more per week throughout the whole internship. So it allows you a little bit more flexibility with the part-time. So we really tried to accommodate many different types of schedules with what we offer. I will note that daily supervised practice schedules will be fully dependent on the preceptor's preferences and schedule. So they will tell you if you come in 9 to 5 for your scheduled time with them. So that is completely up to them how they schedule you your daily schedule. I'm a visual person, and I know many people are too. So the example I'd like to give to really understand how much time you have with full-time versus part-time. So full-time, again, 40 hours per week. For example, you would start your acute care rotation in or around September 9th, and you would finish it November 8th. As opposed to part-time, 24 hours a week, completing 8-hour days, 3 days a week, you would start August 21st and you would end December 10th. So you can see that the acute care would have some time in between as opposed to a little bit less time for the part-time. Some examples of assignments and activities that you will have to complete during the internship that are completely relevant to your experience and the competency requirements. The clinical, we have our clinical case study, and as well as diet educations. Long-term care and outpatient are very short rotations, so we don't put a lot of assignments into those. Food service management, you have a very fun theme meal project that you actually are hands-on with and you develop right from the ground up, and you actually provide the theme meal at your location. And then you also have a process improvement study and an in-service training. The community rotation offers a community needs assessment, the wellness activity, and education material development. Some other activities that are not necessarily in supervised practice is we offer a variety of guest speakers during our virtual class days, and we have one class day at the beginning of each semester. So we really like to provide you experiences and knowledge that you may not really get within the supervised practice that we offer you. So maybe we have some interest specifically in sports nutrition or eating disorders that we're not able to really provide sometimes within every single intern within their practice. So we get those guest speakers to come in and talk to all of the interns at one time and really provide you a wealth of knowledge from their experience. Those are just some examples. We also are integrating RD exam prep into our curriculum. So how we do that is we have a specific study guide that we use, and we do some quizzes based on that, as well as some study days that we integrate throughout the internship. It just helps you begin to study for the RD exam, so that way you don't have to wait until you're finished with the internship to start. We also have community outreach with local academy organizations as well as community nutrition programs to offer you that experience as well. Our program cost. So for both the MSDI and the graduate certificate option, it is $670 per credit hour. So for 42 credits, that would be a total of $28,140. For the graduate certificate program, the 24 credits, it's $16,080. Financial aid is available to our students because we are a graduate credit-based program. So unlike other programs, we do give you graduate credits for your coursework and even the dietetic internship. So our graduate students are eligible to apply for financial aid to help with the costs of the program. And our financial aid office is really wonderful and can be accessed through our website. How do you apply to our program? You first, we do participate in only the spring match. So you would first register with D&D Digital Matching, and that has to be completed by the 15th. You would apply to our internship via DICUS, which is the Dietetic Internship Centralized Application System Service. And so you would apply to our program, and then you would rank all of your programs from most desired to least desired on D&D Digital by the 15th of February. Then you would go to our website where you would locate the release form that you have to complete for our internship specifically. And that allows us to gain access to your DICUS application, as well as pay the $40 application fee to Russell Sage College. And that the specific information of where you have to mail that to is on the website as well. And then for distance or remote track only, they would have to submit your preceptor sign-up form if you're applying to the accelerated MSDI or the graduate certificate program already completed. So all of this information above is also located on our website and very easily accessible. Oh, please note, our application on DICUS is not available until it goes live November 20th for the spring match. The program expectations and completion requirements. So you will be practically applying didactic knowledge in various facets of nutrition and dietetics field to successfully complete all planned practical experiences. It's your hands-on work, putting to use everything you've learned within your DPD experience. You will also successfully achieve a rating of at least competent in all 50 competency areas established by the Accreditation Council for Education in Nutrition and Dietetics, or also referred to as ASCEND. You do have to pass a comprehensive final exam with at least a 75 or above at the end of the program. You must maintain a average of a B or better, and that's a 3.0 or greater. You also have to demonstrate an acceptable level of professional behavior and complete the program within the specific time limits. So please come to me if you do have any questions. I am available to set up a phone call with. I am best reached by email, by the way. So you can email me. We can set up a time to chat, a phone call, or a Zoom call. I'm very accessible to you. I wish you well during this very exciting time. I know it's a very anxious time as well. So please contact me if you need any assistance, and I am happy to be here for you. Thank you.